Yo ho ho, my killers. And guess who I'm with right now? I'm with this little demon. I have him here because I'm going to be using him as a prop for today's topic. All right. You can see him every time he hears my voice. He's like a killer. He's like you guys. He comes to Papa. Huh? Amazing. So, yep. Today is vlog number 3. And we have a very special, a very sexy topic for today's vlog because it happens to be, my dumbass was looking at the date and I know what date it is today. Bruh. Because every 3rd of every month, so today is July 3, every 3rd of every month, Skits celebrates his wedding anniversary or monthly anniversary with my wife. Because I have a wife, Mrs. Skits. You might not be able to see her right now, but she's probably behind in that wall. And yeah, every time Jack, which is my puppy here, every time Jack listens to Papa's voice, he gets very excited. So I figured today I was going to talk about in this vlog, you know, I've been married for 3 months, and here are my thoughts so far. I think that's what I'm going to title this video, and that's what we're most definitely going to talk about. But before I talk about that, I got 2 things to tell you. Guys, I've been meaning to show you my AC, my portable AC. I know that in the first video, it was pretty much impossible to, you know, watch because it was filmed in the dark, and my bulbs, now my light bulbs, for some reason, they want to work. So this one to the left, the bigger one, but for some reason it turns off whenever it wants to, and it turns back on whenever it wants to. So yeah, crazy shit. And yeah, this is my AC, the AC that Mrs. Skits bought, and it's amazing. It has this like tube. It's connected over here. It goes out, and boom, it goes to the outside world. And honestly, in Venezuela, I think an AC is a must-have because it gets pretty hot and it gets pretty humid, and we be burning ourselves inside the office. So yeah. And number 2, all right, I am going to pan out here, and you might be watching a familiar app. And that's right, guys, this is Discord. And what we're looking at right now is the Skits Tony Discord, all right? All you gotta do to join the Discord, and I will invite you killers to join because we're gonna have amazing things happening there. Just go to the more section about on this YouTube channel, click the more, and you'll be seeing 2 links. One is an Instagram link, don't bother with that one, and one, there's a Discord invite link. As soon as you click it, you're gonna be directed to the Skitsland Discord. And yeah, I would advise you, if you wanna be a killer, and if you're already subscribed, or even if you're not subscribed, join the Killers Gang Discord, all right? Now, it looks like Jack wants to go outside. I will let him go outside. Let's go. Bye-bye, Jack. There you go. All right, let's talk about the topic of today's videos. I promise I'm not gonna be yapping for so long. You probably have important things to be doing except giving me a nice view on this lovely YouTube video. But if you are interested in, oh my God, this Nirvana t-shirt looks sexy. But if you are interested in knowing what the married life is like for a young buck, a young, handsome, sexy man like myself, then you might want to stick around for the video, all right? So, where does it all start, right? So, I've been married, like I said right now, I've been married for 3 months because we got married on April 3rd, April, May, June, July, right? So 3 months have gone by. What I can at least tell you is that I'm a newlywed. It's the first time I marry, and hopefully it is also the last time I marry, because just imagining going through a divorce, in my mind, seems like a living hell. And I am familiar with divorces because my parents actually divorced when, you know, back in the day. And my mom specifically, she's divorced twice. So yeah, Mama Skits has divorced twice. And I am pretty familiar with what that is like. And I've also had friends and I've met people who have divorced, or they've been in a, in a dynamic where their parents also got divorced. And it's not the most pleasant thing, all right? I think maybe it's a very common thing to say, but, I think I married the one. I am very much in love with Mrs. Skits. And I very much also see us growing very old together and not going through something like this. And it might seem quite strange when I tell you guys that me and Mrs. Skits did not date for so long before we got married. Actually, we were together for 15 months. That means 1 year and 3 months before we decided to tie the knot. And maybe some of you are going to think that we jumped into marriage very quickly. Maybe we should have spent more time together as boyfriend and girlfriend to see if the vibe was going to work out. But both of us were at the same page and we're on the same level when we decided to take the next step. And yeah, both of us really wanted to get married. And I think very early stages of a relationship, we both knew, right, what we were signing up for, and we both knew that we were probably, most likely, 99% probability that we were going to end up marrying, and it did happen. Now, before marrying Mrs. Skits, we did not live together at all, so we did spend a lot of time together, and there was a period in those 15 months where Mrs. Skits got very sick, and I think we spent about 2 to maximum 3 weeks together. And that was the longest period of time where we spent consecutive days with each other. But prior to being married, we barely slept at each other's places, and we almost only saw each other exclusively like throughout the day, and then one of us went back home, or blah blah blah. I can tell you that it is a very unique experience living with somebody, and more specifically your wife, my wife. After living with my mom for so many years, the dynamic is very different. Living with Mrs. Skits has been very interesting, and I'm only going to say positive things. I don't really have anything negative to say about living with her, and I don't think she really has anything negative to say about living with me. We are very happy-go-lucky people. Maybe not everything is all sunshine and all sunny. There are moments where we might have our disagreements, and we have certainly had a fight or two, but nothing very serious. And fortunately for the both of us, I think we are both very understanding of one another, and we're also very empathetic towards one another. So I'd say, 99.999% of the time, me and Mrs. Skits are very happy and go lucky, and we're very happy, to have one another. I think I've said this on stream before, but yeah, me and Mrs. Skits, I think I said it today on stream as I was playing Final Fantasy X, because I asked you guys on stream if you had any questions, because I was going to be making this video, and if you wanted to ask what a young sexy man is feeling throughout marriage, ask me some questions. And none were asked, but I did say at one point that me and my wife are very much opposites in many ways, all right? I did not marry a clone of mine or a person who is very similar to me, all right? And what does that mean? Let me explain myself. So, for example, when it comes to like the things that we like to do around the house, right? I think the most important things that you have to do to take care of a place is to either cook or clean, right? If you're not cooking, you're not eating, or, well, if you're not cooking, you might be buying a lot of food from outside, maybe restaurants or deliveries or whatnot. Who's the person who's cooking in this relationship? Mrs. Skits. And she loves cooking. Now, it's not like I hate cooking, but it's not my forte, right? But what I really like doing is cleaning. So she pretty much takes care of all the food or anything that we consume in this house. And I pretty much take care of every cleaning aspect. So we each, to segue towards what I want to say next, we are very unique individuals and very different, and we like doing different things, and it kind of balances out, right? So let's, for this argument's sake, let's say that she's black and I'm white, and together we make the yin yang, baby, huh? Isn't that deep? So we're very much different people, but we complement each other very well. So that happens with cooking, that happens with cleaning, that happens with other tasks and other roles. For example, we each do different things. You saw that I have a little dog, Jack. We each do different tasks to keep Jack happy and fed. I feed him and I bathe him, and she, you know, she sometimes spends more time playing with him when I can't, and sometimes she takes him out. Sometimes we rotate, and we have no problem rotating these kind of chores. Let's say that when we get deliveries, food, or when we just ask for whatever and we buy online something, I'm kind of the active person, and I'm the man who literally, or I'm the person, why did I say I'm the man? I'm the person who 100% of the time likes to go downstairs and pick up these deliveries or whatever, the food that we're ordering or the things that we're buying online. Mrs. Skits hates going downstairs for some reason. I really don't ask why, but I am there to take care of that, right? The other tasks, I can't really think of any in specific now, but we complement each other very well. And in many ways, we're opposites, and in many ways, you know, what she doesn't do, I do, or what I don't do, or I don't like doing, she does. So it is very harmonious, all right? I don't know what it's like in your case, but I'm just wishing that if you are married or if you're in a relationship right now, that you are happy and everything's going good, all right? Now, if you are in a relationship or you're married, what's that relationship or that marriage like? Comment down below. I'm kind of curious. I want to know. And what else can I tell you about being married and what that experience has been like for 3 months? Everything's fine. You know, everything's great. I think at the end of the day, me and Mrs. Skits are very simple and down-to-earth people. We're not very hard to please. And we're just very happy and go lucky. And both of us have like a routine and a way of being. And we rarely have confrontations. We rarely collide with one another. It has been very smooth. I thought that it was going to be something very different to what it is right now. I have to admit, in the past, I used to be a person that was very anxious about the things that were going to happen in the future. Also meaning things that haven't really happened yet. And I had a lot of expectations in my mind that were proven wrong. And this experience, you know, marriage and being with somebody through thick and thin every single day, day and night, has really taught me to be a more grounded person and to kind of take things as they go and live day to day. I used to be a person who would really plan ahead in the future, but I think being with Mrs. Skits has really taught me to just savor the moment and live today. And yeah, you know, squeeze the juice out of the day and live it to the max. You know, I'm very fortunate. I'm very happy. And, you know, now that I'm saying these things, imagine if I'd say otherwise. Imagine Mrs. Skits right now comes in with a belt and she starts beating me. I say that because it's usually a meme that me and the boys on stream like to shed light sometimes, huh? Especially when the conversations get a little zesty. You know who I'm talking about and you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I think to conclude this video, you know, life is great. Being married is great. These 3 months have been also great. They have been very nice, smooth sailing. And yeah, I cannot wait to see what's in store in the future. I think pretty much every day is going to be pretty much the same. We're just growing as people and growing as a couple and just amassing a little fortune so that maybe in one future, God knows when, we might get an apartment, because at the place that we're currently living at, we're renting. It's not ours. And it's not like we are looking for a specific place to live or move in and buying, but that has been in the talks. We have talked about that, and we do want to move into a place of our own, but I really don't have an exact date. And I think that is probably the thing that we are both working towards the most, is getting a new place. But like I said, God only knows when it's going to be. I really don't have the specific date. And with that being said, guys, if you have any questions that you want to ask, feel free to comment down below. If you want me to talk about anything, any subject, you know, whether it be games, I don't know, drugs, music, my life, you know, what's going on in the world right now, the internet, YouTube, internet culture, you name it. Also, write it down in these comments down below. And yeah, with that being said, this is Skits. This is, yeah, being married for 3 months. What are my thoughts? What's it like? I hope you have a beautiful day, my killer. I hope your day keeps going by smoothly. And like I always say in my live streams, I hope that you're in your happy, safe, and cozy place. I'll see you in the next YouTube video or live stream. Boom!